The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, good Thursday morning, Christmas Eve, December the 24th. How are you? I'm Linda Moore, Linda Sam.
And I'm Tony Sam. Good morning, everyone.
And we are the hosts of Candid Conversations with Couples.
Yes, we are.
We are part of the Married Tribe, 55 plus couples only. And we are so excited to bring you this show weekly at 11 a.m. on Thursday mornings. No different this morning. We have some very special guests. Our guests are very special to us in the fact that they are our pastor and first lady of our church. And two, they married us in this month last year on December the 8th.
Yes, they did.
Please help me welcome none other than Pastor and Bonnie Roba.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve.
I know. It is tomorrow. Can you guys believe we are almost at the end of this year?
It was a long one. It was a long one.
I know it. And we started these conversations right when we shut down in April. March hit us with the COVID, and we had to start trying to figure out how we were going to help couples deal with being hunkered in home during COVID. And it was so incredible for us to have you guys on our first show at that time when we debuted, and now here to being again here on our new show. We have a new co-host. He happened to not be with us today, but that's Roscoe Lee Owens and his wife, Jeanette. So generally, there would be three couples on the screen. But today, we're holding it down, and we're happy to have you guys.
Thank you. This is the closest I've been to my wife since March.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, somebody gets to edit this when it's over, right? Because
No, ma'am, we are going live.
I can't promise what's going to happen over here. It's very early in the morning for him, so I don't really know what he's going to say. No, you're not going to wear your mask now.
She makes me wear a mask even in the house.
Well, you can see why I would do that. Take that off.
Well, that's a good thing because it keeps you safe and from anything that could possibly come through the TV screen.
Right. You're right.
There you go.
It's good to see you two.
Yeah, we miss you. It's been terrible all this time. We can't even go.
We miss you too.
I
I
know.
know. We haven't been able to go get Chinese or nothing.
I know.
For a long time. We'll get there, though. You know, Mark is in the next group of vaccines. They just said people over 75 and essential workers would be the next group. So, Mark
I'm
will
in there too. Me too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Linda,
but that's right. You're 75. I'm only 70.
Me and my business partner.
There you go. That's
Linda, you're great for doing this. You are so unique, so clever.
she is. He's showing off his shirt, but I
Yes.
told him everybody has the same shirt. It's not just him.
But let's talk about our shirts. You and I, Pastor, you helped me to design this shirt.
That's right. Remember?
We're looking for logos when we were at church, and we came up with this great one, and then I took it and I decided to put the name of the company in the inside of it, and now it's a household brand.
Right.
It's what. Remember that day? When was that? About a year ago, Linda?
Yes, it was around February when I was thinking about starting the show.
Uh-huh. Well, it turned out to be a really great logo.
You are very creative and you have a ton of energy.
It's wonderful.
You come up with an idea and before long it's happening.
I know.
You nailed it, Mark.
What?
I said you nailed it.
Yes.
That's right.
Right.
And I get this energy. You inspired me, Pastor. I have never been around someone so creative and so energetic themselves and able to be a techie at your young age.
He's gotten.
I learned from you,
boy, and the truth is, whenever we have a techie problem, we say we got to call Linda right now.
So together we can solve all technical problems.
Right.
That's right.
And
the only problem I have right now with this logo is that the size of shirt that you thought would be good for me last February is just getting a little bit snug now that it's December and I've been in the house for 9 months. I might have to order the next size up.
That's not a problem. We're mass producing these for our guests so that they can all be prepared to have them on. I'll leave it.
Bonnie looks good in a snug t-shirt.
Oh,
there you go. You nailed it again.
Yeah, that's oh dear.
Well, you know what, guys? In all seriousness, you guys have helped us in our young marriage to be hunkered down during this COVID. Many times we get to have our Zoom calls with you and just talk about, dealing with COVID and being sheltered in when you weren't used to it.
Mm-hmm.
So just having these conversations help couples to understand that they're not going through this by themselves.
Right.
Right.
I think that's one of the toughest parts about this is that everybody feels like it's just them that's struggling. Our grandsons have had a difficult time because they can't be with their friends and they can't go all the places they want to go. And, they're getting depressed and they feel like it's maybe they're the only ones. But of course they're not. It's everybody has had to make adjustments. And you really find out how you feel about each other when you've been in the house together for 9 months. That's for sure. Linda and Tom. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, we'll just go in and out so that you can be featured when you speak. Pastor, what can you help couples to think about setting their minds right in the spirit being locked down during COVID? What words of advice could you give us?
Well, when I first heard about all this back in March and how we were to stay home and not go out without a mask and all of that, I said to Bonnie, whom I love, wonderful. We're stuck together at home for the next year or whatever. And we function so well together. And I was just grateful. I thought it can't get better than this. But I know it doesn't work that way for all couples. I'm mentioning this to say this is an opportunity for couples when you are together to learn how to love one another, to learn all of the idiosyncrasies of each other and accept them and learn how to just share life together. It's imposed on us because we're not supposed to go out, at least not unless it's necessary, and of course not without a mask. But what a good opportunity for all of us who are couples, to accept each other and be together and learn how to enjoy each other's company. I love Bonnie. She's a little tough on me sometimes, but I accept her just as she is.
Now look at the bottom. It says, nothing works but the work. You have to work for what you want to accomplish in life together. That is so good. I think that
very good.
I think that one of the things that we've learned in this time is that we each have, when you're coming and going from the house all the time, like we have been all the years that we've been married, you're kind of functioning on the same schedule, like it or not. But when you have options, then you begin to see what each person's kind of what their temperament is, how, in what timetable they want to get things done, when they want to go to bed, when they want to wake up, how much TV they want to watch, how much they want to be alone. Those are the kind of things I think that even we who've been together for such a long time, we have had to make some adjustments in terms of energy, times of day when the other person has more energy, how late they want to stay up, what time they want to get up, those kinds of things that you don't necessarily have the option to work with when you're working all the time. And it can cause some problems, but you have to just relax and kind of go with it.
And, when you have couples that one is retired and one is still working, you have there's a new shift, a new paradigm that you have to come into agreement with, because now the one who works is now working from home. And so you have to create the workspace for that person that's still working. And the retiree has to make adjustments because they don't understand that you're at work when you're here at your house, because generally you're not here. You're away at an office or something like that. So I know that's one of the adjustments that we've had to make, being that I'm generally either at the church or I'm out, having the office and trying to make a space here at home. It's been an adjustment for Tony to get used to, me always sitting at this computer. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come to bed. You're on the computer. So I know it's a challenge for couples to really get used to that and to understand that, you just have to make adjustments during this time. And having a spiritual life is important. And I'm so glad that we have our church services online on Sundays so that people can still be spiritual during this time.
Right. That's well said, Linda. I have discovered that Bonnie, who is retired and doesn't do anything, is a struggle for me because I'm still pastoring a church. I'm working. But we get along very well together.
Okay, I'm going to have to always interrupt when he says things like that. Okay, you don't mind if I interrupt when he says things like that. Not too long ago, when Mark was preaching a sermon about joy, we talked about how in the morning, one of us, whoever wakes up first, so it's always me, but when we try to say, this is the day the Lord has made, we will rejoice and be glad in it. It makes a difference to just say it at the beginning of the day. And the other thing we say is, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Tony and I have talked a little bit about what happens when your blood sugar drops at different times. And he said, how do you know when your blood sugar is dropping? And I said, when I start to fuss at Mark. That's because there really aren't very many things to fuss at him about. But I don't want to have any excuse for saying anything or becoming impatient, without a reason, or even if there is a reason. I think when you're close together like this, it's important to be aware of the way you talk to each other, because you can't just walk away and then it's over. You have to, if you snap at the other person, I try to, Mark never snaps at anyone, so I'll say this is my problem. But if I find myself kind of snapping at him for something, then I just need to say, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to go get something to eat right this minute because I don't want to become impatient just because we're this close together.
Absolutely. And that makes for a great segue into our commercial time. We have a great producer who is helping us with our show this time around. He is a wonderful podcaster. Let's go into our commercial breaks and let you see what he's all about. Take it away.
Hey, my name is Kijana Owens. I am the CEO and founder of Success Express Market Solutions. Just wanted to come in just for a second and share with you the passion in which we feel about creating opportunities for business owners, entrepreneurs, new startups. You need that branding that pops. You're on virtual seminars and workshops all the time, but what's your brand say about you? Does your background represent you? Does your brand represent you? That's the way you want it to represent you. That's what we're here for. Our business is cultivating more business for businesses, and we're committed to that very thing. Listen, connect with us at successexpressmktg.com. That's successexpressmktg.com. Contact us at 909-686-1698. That's 909-686-1698. I am Kijana Owens, and I look forward to talking to you. I look forward to helping you and your business succeed. Let's make your brand pop.
Welcome to the Jazz Zone. Allow the Jazz Zone to make your next event enjoyable and entertaining. The Jazz Zone is great for private parties, weddings, festivals, fundraisers, grand openings, and corporate affairs. Move up to the next level of entertaining with the Jazz Zone. Check out our website at jazzzone.net. That's JAZZZONE.net. Or call the Jazz Zone at 626-798-6848.
Welcome back. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Living Legend Foundation, Jazz Zone, and of course, Success Express Marketing, who is the engine behind the scenes. Thank you so much, Kijana Owens, for what you're doing to produce our show here today. Today is, again, Thursday, Christmas Eve. To all of you out there who celebrate Christmas, do you, boo, because I don't. We don't do the holidays. I don't. He may do it, but we're now in this non-celebration mode.
I want a gift.
And we're back. And we're back with our guests, our pastors, Mark and Bonnie. You guys celebrate Christmas?
Oh, absolutely. Now, this is something that I did not know about you. Do you want to talk about why you don't celebrate Christmas? Do you just mean you don't put up a tree and decorations and all that? Or you don't give any gifts to your nice husband? That's the problem. We got to
do Christmas in all forms of it. I don't spend money. I don't buy Christmas trees that I don't want to decorate, that I've got to take down. I don't go to the store and spend a bunch of money on things that I don't need.
There you go.
Christmas is every day in our household. Whatever we want, we get. Whenever we want it. We don't need to wait until the December the 25th to get and give each other gifts.
Well,
right. That is so good.
I certainly understand that.
So
It's too late for me to do an annulment.
Right?
Is it too late for me to do an annulment?
You know, it's a little bit different when you have children,
right,
and grandchildren, because they look forward to whatever special things you do on the holidays. You know, I grew up in a household where my mother decorated for this and decorated for that. And so it was sort of part of my tradition. And I think that the kids come to expect it to a certain degree. I certainly understand the part about not spending a lot of money and a lot of time buying gifts. I suppose as much as anything, it's just an opportunity for families to have some special occasions to look forward to. Our granddaughters our youngest granddaughters moved to New York City. My son and his family moved to New York City, you know, this past couple years. But I told them that I still decorated their room for Christmas, even though they weren't here, and they were very happy to hear that.
So I'm glad you said that, though, about Christmas, Linda, because what I got for Tony can be returned up until the day before Christmas. So as soon as this interview ends, I'm returning it.
Oh, because they don't celebrate Christmas, you mean?
Right.
Oh, no, Tony does.
Oh, Tony does. Okay, I'll keep yours. I'll return hers. That'll be good. I'll get more money back.
I'd like to say this, guys. As a lot of people who know me know, does that make sense? Who know me know. People who know me know that I haven't been to a church since I was 21 years old. I had a bad experience with the church when I came home from the Army. But anyway, at this time, I want to thank Pastor Mark for bringing me back in to the house of the Lord and making me want to stay.
Oh.
And it's just been great. I just love that guy.
Well, and I love you too. And that is a great Christmas gift for me, Tony.
Yes, it is.
I just really put that out there because it's true.
Well, God bless you both.
It's a wonderful thing to hear. It really is.
Tony, you're my bro. In the truest sense,
That's
really.
Right.
I'm your Negro.
Yeah.
Tony, you're always coming up with some craziness. It's so
but what we were just talking about, which is, you know, even just the fact that you have a different way of looking at holidays. than maybe Tony grew up with, or any couple. However you used to do things, sometimes those things can still create problems throughout your marriage, because as you have children or you have in-laws or however it all works, it does take some working around these things over the years. And I suppose the thing you have to just keep up at the front all the time is we're together, we're committed, we're going to figure it out. Figure it out, whatever it is. And sometimes you have to make exceptions. In certain cases, you just have to. Maybe you didn't want to visit your in-laws or your brother-in-law or whoever it was, but you had to do it. But those are just the things that are part of marriage. Kijana was saying at the beginning that he wants to listen in and see how this is done. Mark and I have been together for close to 40 years, and really and truly, we are so happy to be at home together. We really are. It's wonderful. It's like a year-long vacation to just be together. And you might think that's kind of surprising after all this time, but it works.
It works.
It works. But
every morning when we wake up,
figure
one of us will say, "I love you," and that triggers a response from the other of the same words, "I love you." And I see myself in the mirror and I say, Bonnie must have problems if she loves me looking like this.
Well, that's another problem. Seeing each other in the same sweatpants every day for 9 months has been kind of tough. But it's all right.
But you two are a very special pair. You really are.
You know what? One of the things that I think has been a good thing for us is the decision that we made at the church to pray for Morningside Church every day at noon and set the alarm and have it go off. And, there are a lot of days you could go through the whole day and not think very much about stopping to pray specifically. You kind of praying as you go through the day, but that's been a nice reminder to us and a discipline and an exercise and a pleasure to just sit down and read our daily bread and spend some time praying for the church and praying for the people in the church and for our families. And that's what keeps us grounded.
Tony, you're so much better since I started praying for you.
Well, I certainly appreciate that, Marco.
and with that, his singing has gotten so much better. This time really goes really fast when you're just enjoying the company that you're in keep with. And I know we've had a wonderful conversation, and I know this will be able to help couples as they watch it on Christmas Eve, during the 11 o'clock hour time frame. And we just want to say thank you, Pastor Mark and First Lady Bonnie, for coming on here and being with us. Tune in every week. Please tell a friend, share it. Once I put it out, once it comes up on Facebook, just share it with our friends and family. And as always, because my husband is an entertainer, he's going to take us out in song.
Oh, yay! Oh, wonderful!
This is dedicated to Bonnie and my honey here. This is for you, Bonnie.
Wonderful. Thank you.
If you can hear the music, let me see your thumbs up. Okay. River wider than a mile, crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker. Whoa, no, we gotta start this over. I'm all off. Wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same. I'm sorry, you guys. It's out of my key.
All righty then. We'll just listen to the words come on back in, Bonnie and First Lady.
Tony, just sing a cappella. Your voice is wonderful.
Exactly.
And I love the song. I'll get it on another occasion, okay?
Yeah, another occasion.
Yeah.
That was the wrong key.
That's all right.
Now, Mary,
Thank you guys again for tuning in with us on Couples Conversations with Couples only.
yes,
Candid conversations that we are able to have with our friends. Tune in with us again next week on Married Tribe 55 Plus Couples Only on Facebook. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Merry Christmas to my bro Tony and to my sister-in-law Linda.
Love you both.
So we could tell our kids.